The dorado continues to be a needy and tedious fish to maintain. I feed them 4 times a day. They look like they're about 8 inches already, the biggest. There's one clearly smaller one, there's about 6 in there. So these are the 8 from the original batch, or the earlier batch that we got from Rodrigo. Every time I delay just a little bit one of the 4 feedings, they start attacking their tank mate. The second batch was 5 dorado, 1 died, 1 was killed. 2 I had to take out of this tank because the third one was bothering them to no end. And if I delay, as I said, a little bit with the feeding, they start attacking this smallest guy from the second batch. His tail is 2/3 of the tail, or half of the tail, I'd say, is missing. And he's cowering in the corner, which means they're attacking it right now. I usually have to have both pellets and fish be present in the tank at all times. I have to take them out 3-4 times a day, take out the old pellets and fish, put in fresh. Then they don't bother this small guy too much. If I don't do it in enough quantity or in the right time, then they do. So I'm gonna have to take the little guy out and put him in try him again in the other tank with the other 2 dorado, with from his original batch. But boy, they hate each other. These 2 are bumping into each other all the time too. That's one, and they're also smaller than him. And that's the other. That's the one who was really beat up. It healed up pretty nicely. I thought he was gonna die, but God was merciful to me and he recovered. So I'm gonna try him here. If he bothers these 2 little guys, the only thing I have remaining is put him behind the divider right here with a Nile perch and Asian redtail, but there's not much space here for swimming, so I don't really want to put him here straight away. I want to give him some room to stretch, and with all these dividers I'm hoping that the 2 little guys will be able to get away from him, and him having a damaged tail right now maybe will help everybody to get adjusted with the least losses. So that's our little dorado update. So we still have 3 out of the 5 from the second batch and 8 out of the 10 from the first batch. Yeah, I don't know if you caught it, this big guy just came up to the little guy and tried to give a bump or a bite, who knows. I'm taking it out anyway. And I'm gonna put food in their tank. Yep, here he comes again. Hungry. That's what it tells me. Yeah, when his tail was in a better shape, well, lesser part of the tail was missing, I was comfortable leaving them in there. But now his tail is way too damaged to be able to swim away from those other ones attacking him. So we'll try him here. You see how much bigger he is. He was dominant out of the, probably she, maybe even he or she was dominant and was beating these two up, especially one of them in that other tank. But that was an empty tank largely. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 eyesight breakers in there, so I'm hoping there will be suffice. Plus there is 4 arowana in there and 4 tigrinous catfish, a couple big plecos, and a lungfish over there in the weeds. So we'll see how this pans out. If not, as I said, I will put him behind the divider. He'll have to tough it out there. He's not only bitten on the tail, as you can see, there is some bite marks on the top, on the adipose fin, and on the body on the top. You can see that. Yeah, right now he's a sweetheart because he's stressed. Wait until he recovers his mood and calm, then we'll see what happens. But as I said, 2 smaller ones, they often approach each other and bump into each other, body slam. These 2, they're about the same size. Not too much smaller than the big one, but clearly smaller. It's interesting how they're attracted to each other. See how they stay together? For their good or for their bad, they stay together.